Hey everybody, Steven here, playing Subnautica Below Zero, and covering more updates today. A very important one, though, is the new dialogue for the Sanctuary. So the first encounter with Alan here. Completely updated everything. No voice work in yet, but I'm really excited for that to actually finally be in. So we're going to cover that. That'll be kind of the main chunk today. We have updates to the Quantum Locker. We're going to check out Marg's greenhouse. They've kind of tweaked some of that, and then look at the Glacial Basin here. So let's go ahead and get started. And then in the intro, nothing else has changed outside of the kind of interior of the shuttle station or whatever this is. Actually looks different. It's very gritty now versus all clean. So you can tell that it's like a worn down like freight ship or whatever it is that she actually hopped on to get to 4546B here. They've also been fixing a lot of bugs, and I'll talk about that here in a second. So as you can see, it's gritty now. Looks better. I think it does.
I need cover from Altera satellites.
Can't wait for that voice work to get improved, just be swapped out there. And then heading to the planet. So one of the big bug fixes is you can finally swap out whatever item you have. You can kind of cycle through those items while running. Basically, it's been where you do that, and if you wanted to swap something out, it would actually click you back into walking. So you don't have to worry about that anymore. And that's been a bug that's been in for a while that I've been waiting for them to fix. The flames seem big again right there, by the way, because she would be on fire right now.
Welcome to 4546 feet. Enjoy your stay.
Alright, so let's go to the sanctuary here. Let's get this first portion going. There we go. We have the SOS with the pillars. I don't know if anybody remembers, you first had like 52, I believe, 50 something precursor bounties you had to find, and you'd come through here and you'd scan these guys, and that was kind of like the initial bounties that you had. To go from that to they have lights on them that would kind of illuminate as you left, to now they're actually clicking in the SOS is pretty cool. I'm hoping that interaction with the SOS clicks in before we go in here. It's going to layer on top, so I'm going to do my best to read this for you guys. Sanctuary power critical. Hello, is someone there? In a manner of speaking, we are running out of time.
Emergency cache detected nearby.
Did you just lock me in here? What is all this? Seeking emergency storage medium. I can help you better if you show yourself. If we could show ourselves, we would not need storage. You mean you don't have a physical presence? Are you one of them? An architect? Storage medium identified. We will be lost unless we find a new host. Can you help? Can you use my PDA for storage? You are not with the group from before. Your cybernetic components bear their signal. Altera laughs. No, my equipment is borrowed. It will have to do. How long have you been stored here? Longer than hoped. Warning, sanctuary power critical. Our data can be downloaded from the terminal. We may speak more once the transfer is complete. Yes, okay, hurrying. You can see the overlaps with some of the original dialogue. Storage medium accepted. Brace for transfer. Brace? Cry of alarm, pain. What's happening? Transferring. I like that, brace for transfer. Moan. Transfer complete. How do you feel? Why do you sound like you're inside my head? The facility identified hospital's capacity within your cerebral cortex. You are in my head? I offered you my PDA. Get out. Oh no, does your kind perceive a boundary between cybernetics and organic components? My mind is not a component. You sound angry. We will allow you a moment to process. I've covered this portion. This has been in for a minute. Don't you go silent on me. Hello? This isn't happening. This isn't happening. That's the explanation. It's not happening. And it actually seems like they've tweaked that. Just that initial portion right there. There's like a couple lines I remember from that. And I believe that was last week or the week before. Time's starting to blur together with all of this staying at home stuff. That was really messed up. Personal log, we'll look at this. Hopefully it doesn't click in the next portion, because he does call you here in a second. While responding to the distress call, I experienced a neurological event. I blacked out. I heard voices. Perhaps there's a problem with my oxygen tank, or it was something I ate. Maybe it was my PDA. That's right, Cal. If you hear this, I'm admitting maybe I should have upgraded my PDA. A laugh. I can't believe for a moment I thought, no, I'm not even going to say it. Laughter. I should head back to my life pod for a rest and take stock of things. There we go. We understand this arrangement is undesirable to you. You're not real. Go away. We're very sorry, but we cannot go until we have another body to go to. As soon as a more suitable form is available, we will migrate to it. Or you'll disappear if I ignore you. We cannot do that. Why do you keep saying we? How many of you are there? One of us and all of us. We do not think of ourselves as individual, distinct. If it will make you comfortable, I can use the singular. Oh yes, that's what's bothering me. Thank you. I will give you more time to process. So that portion's been in since, like I said, last week or the week before. Alright, so let's go into free cam mode here. We're going to go to Marg's greenhouse. I'm going to build just a base on top of this really quick. And actually just to highlight, because I'm here, they've actually did a little bit with the structure of this iceberg here. Used to be more flat. We got little nooks, crannies, different pathway to get up now. So I think it's going to look really, really cool when it's done. I'm wondering if it's going to be more encased with kind of like this is over here. We're just going to have huge rocks and things like that. It'll be hard to see. Alright, but let's do this portion first. Okay. Let's go Bob the Builder. Whoa. That was nice. Oh, come on. There we go. Should click in here. I think he called. Maybe if I start making something. There is a, like it's a melon heat fruit combination. I couldn't get it to work. I got out the stove and everything and it didn't actually work. Set up marble melon and heat fruit plant to unlock spicy melon recipe. So I got those, couldn't get it to click in. So if you guys figure that out, definitely let me know in the comment section. And of course it's not going to try to do this now. Alright, tell you what, let's go into Marg's thing and then we'll come back out. I have to free cam into here because right now it won't just directly open. We'll look at that PDA here in a second though. So they have PDAs hidden in here that I don't think would actually be in here, like this one. It says chat with Sam. That is messed up. Was something I ate? Maybe it was my PDA. And that seems like that's just the... That's, I'm wondering if that's just that's messed up right now. Because that's like the cutoff of what we just looked at. We do have this one though. I'd rather be hunting Leviathans. Margaret's gardening tips. I'm surprised Margaret would try to garden. Alright. And it won't let us out either, so we got a free cam out of here. Alright, let's see this one. Nope, won't let me grab it. But yeah, you can see you can't grab that either. Alright, let's try this one more time. If not, we're going to go to the drop pod there. Nothing. Alright. So we showcased that they did some work on the purple vents, since we're heading this way too. The only thing I can kind of tell from this, and they've done more work on the pools and things like that is what they're saying, is it looks like this area and kind of the blending into these other biomes is what's been worked on here. It's a smaller biome, but it just seems harder to keep up with some of the subtle changes that they're doing. It's weird, this used to feel bigger when they had like the little cave systems that you could go into. They have the one, and I know they've replaced it with this tunnel system over here, but it just seems smaller now without that up top. It also seems like they blended this just a little bit further. Kind of comes down to this edge now, or didn't do that before. It was a little bit higher. So a little bit of work here that still needs to be done or finished up on. And then just adding some pools and updating things right here. That's really what I can tell from this. Not a ton outside of that. Whoa. Oh. Okay, let's try this drop pod one. Alright, here we go. There it is. Do you have any questions for me? Found the life pod. Let's go right. No. Please, I'll do my best to answer. But I must warn you, some memory data was lost in the download process. Yours or mine? I cannot recall. Very funny. Funny? Alright, voice in my head. If you won't go away, tell me, who are you? I am of the people your kind calls architects. The architects? The precursor race? What a thing to hallucinate. You are not hallucinating. My problems began approximately 1,000 years of your time ago when we, billions of us, were infected with the Kara bacterium. Are you familiar with it? It killed millions, potentially billions. How did you survive? I was sent here to conduct research towards a vaccine. Things went wrong. My body was infected before I could complete my work. I uploaded my conscious to storage. And then what? I waited. For 1,000 years, undisturbed? No, I was rather bored by it. I had hoped to find a solution, a cure, a way home. None came, and then the power began to fail. Bothered by it, dang it. And then me. Yes, I really must thank you. The fate of my species is in your hands. Okay, now I need a moment to process. So that one's huge. So he was one of the researchers trying to find the cure. That's a cool addition there. I had that kind of suspicion from the original story, but now that there's dialogue kind of backing that up. This looks different, by the way. Doesn't it? Does the inside of this drop pod look different? Maybe that's me, just that coloring looks different. That storage looks different. So does the ceiling. That might be in my head. I don't know. You guys let me know. That just seems different. Maybe I just haven't noticed. Alright, so we do have that. That's just a cool chunk of that story there. But let's kind of finish everything out here. So they did another pass on the Glacial Basin. Something I didn't cover in that last video, showcasing some of this. And I thought it was new, but it turns out it is not. That's new, by the way. Is this area right here. We kind of go through this. We will find our way to these generators here. But somebody was saying that, actually a couple people were like, hey, that was actually there before, it's just they moved it. So these are right here at the bottom, kind of hidden away. Cool find though. So we have that, and I'm going to skip all the way to where they've made the most changes, which is this area outside of the kind of cave that you'll find the frozen Leviathan. So this has had a lot of work done. Let's bring that fog back on. There we go. That looks pretty awesome. I'm bringing the weather back off though. So we have bones of things now. We have the pass to get up to the top here. Let's see what this is. Nothing much right there. I did find this guy, a dropship kind of hidden in the middle of this. There's a lot of areas that I've noticed. I don't know. I don't know if they're going to do anything with it because they're kind of like in a weird spot. It's either they're not going to do anything with it, or it needs to be shifted again, or it'll be fleshed out so it actually makes sense. But right now it doesn't. I did showcase, I thought it was Jeff's bunker, but it's really just a Altera bunker here. It just got kind of named that because we found Jeff's PDA in there, but I don't think Jeff's in game anymore. His character's been axed there. So we have just this area here, just a lot more work done on it. It's looking good though. All the little tunnels and all that are going to make navigating through all of this very interesting. Let's bring the weather back on, see what it does. Yeah, I think this looks great though. I like the deep purples going into reds and that unique art style they have right now with all of this. Alright, let's go back to day. So, also, hidden behind all of this, and this is just another example of one of those things, is like, I don't know if they're gonna, if they just move this out of the way, if they're actually gonna use this stuff. Right? We have that tunnel up here that goes to nowhere. But they did actually change also the tunnel that leads to the frozen Leviathan. Hopefully we see some, what are they, the crystals in here? Illuminate this a little bit better. This looks creepier now, I will say that. It is very dark in here now. So that is it. Much creepier than the previous version. Kind of has a like a horror game vibe to it now. I like it. So we have that guy as well. So those are the big changes right now with all this. I think the thing with Alan, although I hope they keep his name, they have that, but he hasn't said it in dialogue yet. So that may come a little bit later after those interactions we just had. And we're going to finish this with one last thing, which I almost forgot about. Get the quantum locker. Alright. So we got this guy. Let's put that in there. Pick it up. You can actually carry it now. And then still run with it. Looks kind of odd, but look at it. The first pass, I think it was yesterday or the day before, she would hold it super weird. It was a glitch. It wasn't something you could actually work with. So now you can actually move with this. Notice that I'll switch to something else, by the way, and still run. So we have that in there. Although that knife almost looks like it floats to her hand. Alright, so that is it I like the dropping of that. Oh, and the sound also. So we have all of that. Do it again. Sounds cool. But yeah, that is it for this video. So man, they've been doing a ton lately. Really, really cool to see. I'm excited for the voice work and kind of the continuation of all the different dialogue that they are going to add in game, hopefully stringing all of these points together, because the next early access is supposedly sometime this month. I don't know the official date, but hopefully here pretty soon. And I think that's also why they're pumping out so much right now, is because they have that coming out. But that is going to be it for this video. I want to hear from you guys. I love reading all your comments. Let me know what you think of just the new dialogue here, the new look of the portion of the Glacial Basin that they updated there, and especially the frozen Leviathan area there. I think that's a lot creepier, and I definitely dig the look of it. So that is it. If you guys like the video, hit the like button for me. If you want to continue to follow along with all of my content, hit the subscribe button for me. Thanks so much for watching.